It's time now for the Peter Channel New News Report on this Monday afternoon, September 26, 2016. Good evening, everybody, and good afternoon. I'm Peter Wiggins. Your 12 noon news alarms. Top story at the noontime hour is Hillary Clinton's lead in national polling is down to about 2 percentage points. In Houston, Texas, a gunman who died in a shootout with officers Monday morning was a lawyer who lived in the neighborhood and left a car full of weapons near the scene, the city's police chief said. Homicides in the United States were up more than 10% in 2015 over the year, while violent crime increased by nearly 4% in the same period, according to new statistics released by the FBI. Pakistan continues to plead terror attacks will allow obtain territory that covers in Jammu and Kashmir, India's foreign minister said Monday. Chicago teachers picked one day during the strike on April 1st, 2016 as Chicago teachers and the Chicago Teachers Union Local 1 demanded that lawmakers provide funding for private education and other programs while they approved the strike. Top UN officials have separately described the Syrian regime's brutal offensive against areas that have besieged northern city of Aleppo as barbaric. After the long nightmare of bloody violence, Colombia and the country's alleged rebel movement will sign a peace accord that will put aside 4 hard years of negotiations on over 50 years of conflict that has been fueled in the nation's cocaine. Four-star Emma wants to confront China. This White House said it's not so fast. Taran Iran, a Canadian Iranian retired professor, was released from prison on humanitarian grounds and flown out of Iran on Monday. Iran's state news agency said entered a month of detention alongside of a dual nationals ripped up. Baghdad, at least 8 people died and 25 were injured by Baghdad on Sunday after 3 bombing attacks, including one claimed by the Islamic State. Ballina, Australia, a surfer survived a shock attack Monday morning at Ballina Beach in New South Wales, Australia. Angkor, Cambodia, 2 stone 10th century sandstone sculptures were confiscated after a chase by force officials in Siem Reap province, Cambodia, law enforcement said. Baghdad, Iraq, as a showdown approached with the Iraqi army, Islamic State militants are preparing for the protective war with Mosul. Miami, tropical storm Rosalind forming in the Pacific Ocean became a 17th named storm in the 2016 Eastern Pacific hurricane season. Charleston, South Carolina. First jurors reported in church shooting trial of Dylan Roof. Newark, New Jersey. The government's key witness in a George Washington Bridge laying closing case said the interpreted an email from one of the defendants that was some traffic problems as an order to put a political revenge plot. Boston. Our friend of Miss Gagboard says she's stuck when she learned her brother's son was found alive in a raft after being missing. Equal Justice Initiative building Lynching Memorial Museum in Montgomery, Alabama. Washington, the Department of Justice awarded $20 million and won 6 state, city, tribal, municipal law enforcement agencies for body-worn camera programs. Key West, Florida. The U.S. Coast Guard on Monday said it was searching about 20 migrants who were aboard the boat that capsized on Wednesday. Hampstead, New York, the major networking cable broadcast will televise the first presidential debate on planet and concurrent on-screen fact-checked. Milford, New Jersey. 2 people died in the crash of a small plane at Alexander Township, New Jersey. State police said. New York, Donald Trump told Israel's Benjamin Netanyahu the U.S. would have recognized Jerusalem as undivided capital of Israel under the Trump administration. Pittsfield, Massachusetts. Authorities say a pilot is expected to be okay after he was seriously injured in a plane crash at Massachusetts airport. Firefighters reported a crash at the Pittsfield Municipal Airport just before noon on Sunday. Authorities say an airport employee helped get the pilot out at Cessna 132. The plane was leaking fuel, and an official's preliminary estimate determined it was total. However, Massachusetts firefighter died from injuries he sustained after falling off the ladder at his home. Edinburgh, National Coffee with a Cup Day is Friday, August 7, and City Police want to chat with the residents with a cup of Java. Police want to talk to residents in an informal way about community issues, building relationships, of course, drink coffee provided by Dunkin' Donuts and Honeydew Donuts free of charge. According to Detective Lieutenant Timothy Cook, There will be 2 cemetery events at Condominium residents will be at Honeydew, at 40 Washington Street at South Attleboro, and the other will be at the Dunkin' Donuts at 219 South Main Street. Both events start at 9 and run until 11 a.m. Officers and supervising officers will be on hand for residents to ask questions and learn more about the police department and the officers who serve the community, said. Card with the Cop events have been held throughout the country with positive community experience and lasting relationships with community members, resulting in Cook said. John Novaday has made Wells Fargo's jumps up in 4 minutes. The majority of the chief executives at major UK companies are considering moving their headquarters to some operations because of the Brexit vote, and yet coming in uncertainty as surveyed by accounting firm KPMG has found. CBOE Holdings, the largest U.S. options exchange, is buying Bets Global Markets, the second largest stock exchange of traded venues, considered a consolidation push at business lines across financial asset classes. While Madeline Envy's chief executive testified before Congress committee last week about seat price increase on its life-saving EpiPen drug, House members begged to provide more evidence for the company's claim that the profit is just under $100. Paris, Heckler & Koch 5.56mm 1.46mm assault weapon is to become the French military standard individual weapon replacing the domestically produced FAMAS rifle. Washington, Lockheed Martin awarded $171 million U.S. Defense Research Project Agency's contract for the work on the hypersonic air-breathing weapon concept program. Washington, Biden has been awarded $81 million contract modification involving the procurement of Harpoon missiles for the government in India. Washington, Norfolk Grumman Systems Incorporated has received a $149 million U.S. Navy contract for the work and the service of large aircraft infrared countermeasures program. Elon Musk unveils SpaceX weapon engine test for the interplanetary transport. Earlier this month, the United States ratified the Paris Climate Accord, but new research shows the U.S. will likely fall short in the environmental that has made an agreement unless new measures to cut greenhouse gases are passed. China just executed a space race against the U.S. Sunday by unveiling the world's largest radio telescope. China's 500-meter aperture spherical telescope took 5 years and $1.8 million to complete. On Monday, NASA said it revealed evidence of surprising activity on Jupiter, Moon, Europe. The space agency teased this event last week. Much to the grin of scientists, journalists everywhere are planning to cover the news, wherever it is. People are always saying they want to the women and expect them others to hear everything from the obnoxious. You're huge. London, scientists in Britain have found a new link between the diversity of bacteria in human poo, the human fecal microbe, and the levels of harmful type of body fat. FDA approves Johnson & Johnson's autoimmune drug still from Crohn's disease. 4 years ago, Anthony Merkel's wife and daughter were trying to tickle him when his wife suddenly stopped because she felt something. Underperformed among million voters. Still could have set campaign in New Hampshire this week in a which was quite popular among the youths. Former Democratic primary opponent in the Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders. And now we get a stock market report at 12:08 p.m. The Dow down 1.77 points at 18,120.68. SP 520 15.28 down 14.41 points. Nasdaq 5,265.49 down 40.26 points. European markets. DAX down 223.26 points at 10,393.71. FTSE down 1.39 points, down at 6 out of 8, 18.04. CAC down 8.84 at 4,407.85. Asia markets indicate that 209.46 at 65.44.56. Shanghai down 52.65 at 81.25. And HSI down 368.56 at 23,317.92. Oil markets, 45.89 up $1.41. Brent, 47.31 up $1.42. And natural gas, 3.002 at 47 points up. Gold markets up $2.06 at 1344.30. Silver, 19.645 down 165,000 points. And copper, 2.195 down 6,000 points. Bonds, US 10 yield, 1.577% down 38,000 points. Brent 10 yield, 0.115% down 6,000 points. And Germany's 10 yield, 0.059% down 100 points. FX bond, European US dollar 1.1265 up 43,000 points. US dollar, Japanese yen 100.29 down 69 cents. And Great Britain pound, US dollar 1.2971 down 1,000 points. And now look at the commodities. Wheat 397 and 3/4 down 7. Soybean 946 and a quarter down 8 3/4. Corn 330 and a half down 6. Sugar 22 and a half up 37 cents. Coffee 151.05 down 35 cents. Cotton 70.15 up 8 cents. Rough rice 9.625 down 25,000 points. And cocoa 2,846 down 6. Live Kettle 106.10.1.175. Lead Ox 53.55.45 cents. And FT Kettle 130.60.1775 thousand points. Alright. Peter Childuzab is 12:09 on this Monday afternoon, and it's time now for a New England Incident report at 3 hours ago. It's Springfield, Massachusetts car versus pedestrian at Chapman and Narragansett Streets. Injury was reported. And now look at the sports. Dalton Lancers have a girls soccer game against the Hawkinadoes at North Haskell. Game time, 3:30 p.m. on the Peter channel. Major League Baseball players can honor Jose Fernandez memories by having more fun out there. We know that we're no truly great teams in the NFL this season, but there might be a few really, really bad ones. This week we are subject to some of the worst that the league had to offer. Chicago Bears coach John Funk was happy after the team dropped to 0-3 with a loss at Dallas, such as that. This game's only fun when you win. Peter Childers 12:10 on this Monday afternoon, and it's time now for Travis and Treasure Report. Baby! Left side of MT where the ferry's out. Looking get on the subway. It's looking good, and then on the commuter rail. Please board off Fitchburg. Line trains at the airport, Concord, West Concord, and South Acton. Please board Fairmont. Train 78 on a low-level platform of the Franklin branch side of the Reeville Station until further notice. Please board all Worcester Line trains on the inbound platforms of West Natick, Wellesley Farms. Please board all Worcester Line trains and inbound platform of Framingham. Please board Framingham train 718 on the low-level platform at the Franklin branch side of the Reeville Station until further notice. Please board all low-line trains at the outbound platform at Wilmington and North Billerica. Alright, highs and bowies of New England. Highways and Mary Parkway southbound side is backed up around 25 and 8. Mary Parkway eastbound side back to the Hampton stretch. But highways and bowies are connected out, looking good except for the 84 westbound side, little slow around 91. 91 on the southbound side is back to 291 in Springfield at 57. Mass Park change to 91 it's a little slow, and Chickpea Mass Park westbound side back to the Wolverine stretch. 295 is southbound side is backed up after Route 1 in North Attleboro after the Emerald Square Mall. 130 to the westbound side is backed up around the Newport Bridge stretch. Route 60 eastbound side backed around the Bronxville stretch. 120 is southbound side is backed up for 2 in Lexington to Route 20 in Waltham. 123 intersection in Burlington, Massachusetts around the mall. It's a little slow. 95 is southbound side backed up from Hampton Rancher all the way after 495 in Amesbury, Massachusetts. 295 Main Turnpike on both ends a little slow around Gray Main stretch. 95 on the northbound side, a little around the turnpike at 295 up in Gunner, Maine. And 89 southbound side at 91 on both ends backed up in the Vermont after the Canadian border. All the way 55 on both ends, a little in southern Quebec towards the U.S. border. Interstate 87 southbound side, a little sort of tripping around Route 11. And all the way 59 on the northbound side back around 202 headed towards Montreal in southern Quebec. And New York State 3 eastbound side, little sort of another stretch. Peter Childers is now 12:12 on this Monday afternoon, and it's time now for a weather report. Current conditions here in North Massachusetts, 68 degrees of temperature, dripping about 43 degrees, humidity at 39%, vapor pressure 3.11, and it's clear skies and winds are calm. Current conditions around the region, it is 61 in Boston and Beverly, 59 in Lawrence and Concord, 62 in Fitchburg, 56 in Worcester, 62 in Norwood, 61 in Taunton, 63 in Bedford, it's 59 in Marshfield, 62 in Plymouth, 61 in Falmouth and Chenoweth, 62 in Hyannis, it's 16 in Provincetown, 62 in Nantucket, 63 in Martha's Vineyard, it's 59 in Parliament, 61 in Quonset, 62 in Wesley, 61 in Newport, 60 in Balkan, 63 in Montauk, 67 in Islip, 61 in New York City, 63 in Bridgeport, 62 in Raven, it's 61 in Danbury, Waterbury, Connecticut, 62 in Meriden, Connecticut, 57 in Hartford, 58 in Winslow, 58 in Springfield, 56 in Greenfield, Massachusetts, 56 in North Adams, 58 in Pittsfield, 57 in Albany, New York, 55 in Silver Springs, 59 in Benton and Vermont, 56 in Rutland, Vermont, 49 in Lebanon, New Hampshire, 53 in Keene, Hampshire, 55 in Javon, New Hampshire, 57 out in Nashua, 58 in Manchester, Concord, New Hampshire, 56 in LaCour, New Hampshire, 60 in Portland, New Hampshire, Portland, Maine. Alright, take a look at our service map around the country shows. A station front ran South Texas, merged with cold front from Louisiana, stretched to the middle of Ohio, merged with a warm front from Ohio down to the Carolinas, merged with a station front off the South Carolina coast and at the Atlantic, and merged with a pink front from northwest Ohio, stretched to Michigan and up in Ontario. And high pressure ridges from New England and up near Quebec. high pressure ridge from southeast British Columbia down the Rockies, from up and down the Pacific coast, and through Arizona, and northeastern Manitoba and northwestern Ontario, and a warm front from north central Alberta. And high pressure ridges also around the Gulf states. 63 degrees the temperature to trade to Chicago, 71 in Pittsburgh, it's 69 in Washington, D.C., 80 in Atlanta, Georgia, it's 81 in Miami, Florida, it's 80 in Brownsville, Texas, 69 in Dallas, Texas, it's 58 out in Kansas City, 56 in Minneapolis, St. Paul, 60 in Omaha, Nebraska, 53 in Great Falls, Montana, 55 in Seattle, Washington, 67 in San Francisco, 82 in Los Angeles, it's 33 in Las Vegas, it's 54 at Salt Lake City, 53 in Great Falls, Montana, it's 56 in Denver and Albuquerque, Mexico, 83 out in Phoenix, Arizona. Alright, take a look at the latest radar picture around the country. Shows the line range stretching from southeastern Arizona down to New Mexico, down to Texas, and down to northeastern portions of Mexico. Patchy rain, clusters of showers and storms around South Carolina and Georgia. Patchy rain off the northern and southern portions of Florida and off northwestern Cuba. Lines of showers and storms stretching from Texas all the way up in the eastern Great Lakes, and line of rain showers from northeast Minnesota and down to northwestern Wisconsin, and line of rain showers at southwestern British Columbia and southeastern Alaska. Alright, satellite looping it shows line of clouds from Arizona stretching down Texas and merging from Texas and up in the Great Lakes in the middle of Ontario, then on for western Quebec and for New York State and northern Pennsylvania, and line of clouds from South Carolina and Georgia coast and stretching off the Florida coast, and line of clouds from southern Florida coast stretching in for the eastern Mexican coast. Line of clouds from northeastern Washington State and northern Idaho, western Montana, and upper British Columbia and Alberta. Alright. Take a look at the latest winds in the tropics. This one, showers and thunderstorms last week with a low pressure looking about 11 miles east-southeast of Windward Islands. Continue to show signs that organization and environmental conditions are expected to be conducting with development in a tornado depression likely to form around midweek. The low moves westward into west, northwest around 15 to 20 miles an hour. Interest in the eastern and central Caribbean Sea, including the northern coast of Southern America, should monitor the progress of the system. Regardless of the development, heavy rains and strong gusty winds should spread over the Windward Islands and portion of the 7 and lesser until it begin late Tuesday and Wednesday. Formation chance for hours. Medium 6%. Formation chance for 5 days. High 90%. And determined to shower activity increase overnight, especially with the remnants least at all early scattermeter. Data indicated winds trouble could so enforce the system circulation was somewhat elongated and unfavorable environmental conditions expected to cause the circulation to open up into a low pressure later today with possibly a regeneration of tropical cyclone. Formation chance for 4 hours in 5 days. Low near 0%. And now, Trump storm, Rosalind, 0 location, 17.0 in the north, 119.4 to the west. Manhattan was at 40 miles or movement northeast at 5 miles an hour. Rosalind affected the northeast for earlier today, and at 8 Pacific Daylight Time, the southern Trump storm, Rosalind is located in the latitude 17.0 in the north, longitude 119.4 to the west. Rosalind is moving toward the northeast at 5 miles an hour, turn toward the northeast with some increase in forward speed expected later today. Manhattan was under 40 miles an hour. Our guess, little deterioration straight from the forecast during the next day or so. We get it should be get by Tuesday at Charles reports with a center also 90 miles per hour from the center, estimated with the center pressure 1,005 millibars, 268 inches. Forecast discussion. High pressure center over the New England tonight and allow for efficient radiation cooling. At low pressure associated with a front will bring showers late tonight and Tuesday morning. Forecast cover the rays over the barrier of the week, but Friday, east and northeast wind flow will persist into the next weekend. There will be a chance for showers as well as periodic drizzle and fog. High pressure to New England slide offshore this afternoon. Some high clouds will be moving from the west. Otherwise, a sunny day. Coastal sea breeze expected. 7-day forecast goes like this. This afternoon, south Gulf at 600 degrees. Gulf will be kept in southwest at 5 miles an hour. Tonight, rain after 5 a.m. Lower at 54 degrees. South about 3 to 6 miles an hour. Transportation is 8%. New Pittsburgh, a quarter inch possible. For Tuesday, rain may move for 11 a.m. Punch back before 1 p.m. High 72 degrees. North, south about 8 miles on cover west of the afternoon. Transportation is 1%. New Pittsburgh, 3 quarter inch possible. To that, patch back after 3 a.m. west. Park clouds cover about 51 degrees. And southwest about 5 miles cover 9 variable ADVD. Wednesday, church shot after 9 a.m. Partly sunny, most skies come at 69 about 53 degrees. And transportation 35%. Thursday, church shots, punch back for 7 a.m. and 1 a.m. and 5 a.m. west. Most skies come at 66 about 54 degrees. Transportation 40%. Friday, church shots, punch back for 7 a.m. west. Most skies got about 67 with about 54 degrees. Precipitation 35%. Saturday, check shot, punch back otherwise. Parts of most skies got about 68, about 53 degrees. Precipitation 45%. And for Sunday, parts got about 69 degrees. Curly and not here. Pairs, what a phrase of the day. A marvelous Monday in store. This appears a death me for the Peter Channel. New news report on this. September 26th, 2016, Monday appears to have a good afternoon, good positive, a good day, and I'll see you for an easy newscast. Hope you have a good afternoon.